Hello, everyone. For those who don't know me, my name is Pebbles Farrar Mangum, and I have profound privilege of calling the beautiful birthday girl, Christina, my sister in Christ. I'm sorry I'm not able to be there today because I'm caring for my mother who's on hospice care, but I definitely had to take a moment out to share my thoughts about Christina and her celebration for her birthday. So as we gather together to celebrate Christina, I have some notes I need to stick to, okay? Because I've been reflecting on the truth found in Psalm 16:6, and it says, "The lines have fallen for me in pleasant places, and indeed I have a beautiful inheritance." Tonight, as I look at Christina, I realize that she is one of those pleasant lines God has drawn in my life. She's a gift, a beautiful inheritance of friendship. So, to understand the depth and the richness of this gift, I have to take you back to the very beginning, to the moment that it felt like a simple church night, but in reality, it was a divine appointment. The background is Jason, Christina, and the family had just moved to the area and were boldly walking into a large room filled with round tables for a church small group interest gathering. Will, my husband, and myself, we were serving food. And afterwards, we were feeling a little bit like, where do we sit among so many? When we just happened to sit at the same table as Christina and her husband, Jay. Now, the world calls that coincidence, but Proverbs 16:9 tells us a different truth. The heart of a man plans his way, but the Lord establishes his steps. And that night, the Lord must certainly establish our steps and theirs. From the moment we started talking, we were struck by their warmth. We asked them what they were looking or hoping to find, and their face lit up as they shared their heart. They weren't just looking for a group to join, they were passionate about leading small groups in the community. They spoke about connection, about life on life discipleship, and it resonated so deeply in our own spirits. We thought, wow, these are our people. And then, as God so often does, he had a different and ultimately better plan. We later learned that instead of leading a group in the community, they had been asked to step into a role as campus small group directors. Will and I was a little disappointed. They won't be working with us directly, but we were directors. We were going to see them. But secretly, we had hoped they'll be in our community. But we also trusted God's timing. And here's the beautiful irony, the part that still makes me smile. In God's perfect sovereign plan, I had also asked Christina to help me in the community with a multi-generational women's Bible study group. And suddenly, there we were, not just in the same community, but serving alongside them as partners, as directors, and in every work we had all unknowingly prayed for. I love how Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 puts it. For we are God's workmanship, created in Christ Jesus to do good works which God prepared in advance as our way of life. God had prepared these good works for us to walk in together. And from our very first leadership meeting, Will and I knew it. We looked at Christina and Jason across the table and realized we saw eye to eye on everything that mattered. That was the seed. And over the years, through countless meetings, shared mission trips, and life's grand adventures, from camping in the Alaskan wilderness with our indigenous neighbors to navigating the beautiful, complex journey of raising our blended families, that seed grew into an unbreakable bond. It grew from friendship into deep, abiding sisterhood. And those moments we learn to live out the truth of Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verse 9 and 10. Two are better than one, for if they fall, one will lift up his fellow. Christina has been the one to lift me up more times than I can count. And I appreciate you being there for me, for my mom. She has celebrated my strengths and gently and gracefully covered my weaknesses, and I hope I have done the same for her. That is the Christina I want you and all to see tonight. She embodies a divine principle that the world so desperately needs, the principle of wholehearted devotion. She lives her life with her entire being. She has the vibrant spirit of a woman who truly loves the Lord, and it shows in everything she does. She leads with a quiet authority and command a room by not demanding attention, but by her very presence. We know that she's there. She's a woman of excellence, pursuing every task with dedication. Yes, she wears it all very well, with the most graceful humility. She doesn't need a title to serve. She serves because it's who she is. She is God's unique creation, a masterpiece of vibrant energy and gentle strength, and we are all blessed to witness it. So, Christina, on your special day, as we celebrate the beautiful lines of God's inheritance in you, our prayer is simply this: that the Lord will shower you with his abundant blessings. May your life continue to be marked by his favor, his joy, and peace. May you be blessed by the gift of your friendship as we are blessed by you. Happy birthday, Christina, to a truly blessed, beautiful, and bountiful year ahead. Everybody raise your glasses. Cheers to Christina. God bless you. Love you, sis.